All right, welcome to Teacher Toolbox. I'm going to quickly run through the platform here in case you were thinking of signing up or whether you're already using the platform and you just want a really quick tour on where everything is. So the Teacher Toolbox homepage here, we've got our login at the top, our night and day mode setting here, so we're going to log in at the moment. You enter your email address, so I've got our demo account, Caitlin Holmes, and I'm going to put her password in. And so we're signed in. Now, one of the benefits of this platform here is it is really easy to navigate. It is quite clear here, okay? It has links to our registration here. So a lot of our exporting here lines up directly with the AITSL standards, making registration really easy. Okay, once we add our account details in here, which are securely stored, along with any evidence we upload is securely stored. Okay, these are on our exports of our TRB documents. So if I put a number in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's pretend that's our TRB number. We're employed, we're a proficient teacher. Let's say we're in Northern Territory. Okay, and we're registered at provisional, and let's just say we are in the government or public sector. Okay, I'm going to save those details there. If I come back here, when I export my professional learning log here, this professional learning log comes out in a format that is ready to submit to the TRB with links here ready that people can click on and go look at those logs. Now, let's see how easy it is to put a log in. So we're going to go our AITSL evidence here. So evidence is for our AITSL standards. So we're looking at anything here that lines up that we want to evidence our teaching standards. So I'm going to go into evidence. Now, templates here, you might be in a school or an organization that we might have a template here that fits what you've done. But for this one here, let's go from scratch. So I've made one up. And this one here is about teaching parent-teacher interviews. So we're looking at parent-teacher night maybe. And so we're going to add in our summary and reflection of the PD. So these two boxes here are ready for our PD export, so our professional learning export. So the summary here is 1 or 2 sentences, which gives us our session details. So we're engaged in reflective professional learning through the participation in the school's parent-teacher interview, focusing on effective communication. Okay, then we put our reflection in here. So we've got our reflection. Good to go. Our next section is our dates. So we're going to put our dates in here. So the date of this one, let's just say it's today, the 20th of October. And duration here, duration we put in if we're doing professional learning hours. So our parent-teacher interviews are part of our school duties, so not necessarily one we will put hours in here. So we want to check that it's a valid professional learning. Okay, our description here, well, I've put a description in already, so let's copy and paste that in. Okay, so I'm going to paste those in, paste as plain text. I use what, so what, and now what as my way to do my reflections here. So this one here, I've made this one up online, but you could write your own reflection in here really quickly. Professional standards, I do this so it appears on my portfolio, but you don't need these professional standards at the bottom because they are logged anyway once we click the boxes in the next step. So we come down the bottom here, we're going to use 3.5. I'm going to say I hit proficient. If I wanted to check that this lines up with what it did, I can put my mouse over the eye and it gives me that little tool tip. Okay, we've got 3.5, 3.7, and what are we doing? 6.3 is our last one here. Engage with colleagues to improve practice. Okay, so we might have had collegial discussions about the professional development there. Next, I might add some evidence here if I've got any. Anecdotal evidence is fine, usually in our description, but it doesn't hurt. Maybe we had an email or we wrote something down. I click publish here. Now, my professional learning is at the top here. If I go back to my home screen, we can see here on my proficiency, enhancing communication, it has added it. It has put my standards on the heat map here. Down here, it has not popped up in my professional development because I did not log any hours with it. Now, I'm going to quickly go to my portfolio. Last thing to kind of show us is we're looking here at automatically when you start, your account is set to private, which means that none of your logs, so if we're sharing our heat map, it doesn't pop up because there's no, we don't have shareable logs, and our links here vanish. Now, the moment we go to share our logs, we're going to change them to public. This means that this portfolio is open for anyone to look at. Okay. Now, that's our portfolio done. What else do we need to talk about? Okay, realistically, this accessible anytime. You can edit your portfolio. You realistically could send it. Oh, our other section here, last little bit, is our certificates or qualifications. So this is the compliance we have to do as a teacher. So you could put in here, you might have done responding to harm and neglect. I need to put my little reflection here for this PD. Okay, so whatever I thought about the day, I'd put in there. Dates, I'd select the dates. Now, this usually is a 6-hour day by the time you do the e-learning and the 4-hour face-to-face. And I would need to add my now what there from the template, but this is ready to go. And you'll notice here that we've got standards selected already. Now, if I decide this doesn't line up with what I thought the course was, I can edit that for my own. Now, I'm going to go next, and I'm going to click publish. Oh, expiry date. So the respond to abuse and neglect last for 3 years. So we're going to go 3 years in the future. So 2025, let's go 2028, October 20th. And we are good to go here. All right. So that's it for the moment. I'm hoping this either shows you that this platform will hopefully save you a lot of time, and also really easy to use and giving you that evidence you need. Oh, I forgot to point out here, our professional learning here is also, our hours are logged here, and our standards are shown here in these radar charts. So we know here we've got quite a few standards to work on if this was our account. Another little feature we've got here is if you went and did a professional learning with someone, you might decide you want to gift them a log, which becomes a shareable link. So I'm going to remove my attachments because I don't want them to have any of my attachments. I'm going to add that link in, and they could import this log as easy as that. Ideally, if you do share a log, we want to make sure that they write their own reflection for it, because every teacher should reflect on their own professional learning. The other option we've got here is send to teacher. This is a feature if you are in a school with a teacher. All right, thanks for your time.